What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are in the brand new Triton boat I just won. I know you guys want to know how I caught that fish. I caught it on a jig out deep. I'm going to teach you how to do it in this video. This is how I won this boat. There's a crazy story behind it I'm going to tell you on the water. Anyways, if you're brand new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any videos. Let's get to the water, let's do some fishing, and I'll teach you how to catch some big fish. Alright guys, back out here on the water. I'm going to show you exactly how I caught that big fish. Now if you take a look at the map real quick, I've got two creek channels that split this little hump right here. It's a high spot, and there's tons of timber in here. There's lots of laydowns, brush piles that people's put out. And all we were doing, we were throwing up on the high spot because a lot of times that's where they'll push all the bait up there to feed. And a funny story about this fish, I mean, I'll give you the whole story. This is the end of the day. We're basically out of time. I'm on the trolling motor trying to weave us through all the stumps so we can head in. My dad's done sat down, put his life jacket on. He's ready to go. My brother's just about at that point. So as I'm trolling out of the stump field, some schooling fish came up. I mean, the fish were that big, and I had this jig. I said, you know what, I want to catch one more before we got to go. I threw in the middle of that schooling fish. This jig hits the bottom. I don't remember if I hopped it or if I drug it, but that fish knocked the fire out of it. The fight was on. The fish wrapped me up in one of these trees down here. I don't know how long it stayed on, but it was probably in that tree for 30 to 50 seconds. It seemed like an eternity. The fish comes up. By the grace of God, she doesn't do this. She just comes up, lays over. My brother scoops her up with the net, grabs the fish, and the jig falls out of her mouth. And all we're doing, we're just targeting high potential areas, just like I showed you on the map. The thing about a jig, it doesn't catch a lot of fish, but it has the potential to catch big fish, especially on Rayburn and Toledo. This football jig I'm throwing right here, I've probably caught 10 fish over 7 pounds on it. I mean, that's not a big number. I'm not a deep water fisherman. Usually I'm up with my skeg stuck in the dirt throwing a rattle trap or a chatterbait or something of that nature. But just wanted to share this with you guys, talk a little bit how I work this bait. Just long cast. Sometimes I'll just drag it slow. Feel like I'm on a stump right now. Just kind of hopping around that stump. I just got it off. Other times I'll do like that, and it looks like that crawfish comes up off the bottom and falls. All right, let's talk about my gear real quick. I had a 7'3" extra heavy rod. This rod is rated for a 3-ounce bait. Reel wise, I'm throwing an 8:3 to 1 gear ratio, Lew's Tournament Pro. It holds plenty of line. I've got 17-pound fluorocarbon on here. That's what I like to use for these big football jigs. It's not too bulky. It still gets down there deep. It'll let me get the fish out when they get me hung up in one of these laydowns. I've had a lot of success with it. Definitely get something similar when you try one of these lures. The extra heavy on the rod's really critical. I mean, 1-ounce bait. You need a good rod to drive the hook in. I'm throwing a Castaway. Like I said, this is an older one, but this is one of my favorites. And you have a huge hook. And I've got my drag set to around 8, 9, 10 pounds of pull. I like to give them a little bit in case they run real hard. I've had fish break me off before, but it's not too often they break me off. Usually they cut my line on a log or a rock or something like that. Another tip on these football jigs is find an area that has real hard bottom. You'll be able to tell when you're dragging it through here, like it kind of feels like soft knocks and not mush, if that makes sense. If you're in a mushy area, it's probably sand or soft mud, but like rod tips kind of bouncing, that's a hard bottom. And those big fish love hard bottoms. I don't know why, it's just what they like on Rayburn and Toledo. Another thing in a situation like this, don't be scared to throw in that 6 feet of water. There have been many times that I've thrown in that 6 feet of water on the very top of this little hump right here, and I've caught good fish off of it. All right, so one last and final tip I'm gonna give you. This has really made my success ratio go from about this to this, and that's putting God number one in your life. I'm telling you, since 2014, really got my priorities in line, and I seen the success. I mean, God gave me a taste of it before then, but before I started really putting him number one, I'm telling you, the sky's the limit, y'all. And I don't believe in luck. There ain't no such thing as luck, y'all. It's all God's blessings, and whatever you do, put him first. He's gonna change your life. I'm not saying you're gonna go out and win bass tournaments all the time, but I'm telling you, I've seen it in my life. I've seen the success go up, and that's just his blessings from doing what we're supposed to do. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend you put God first in your life and see what he does for you. I'm living proof of it. Anyways, guys, that's how I caught the 9-pounder. Take the tips, apply them. Good luck fishing, and if you're brand new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any videos. You guys keep God first in your life, and we'll catch you in the next video.